They made it seem all dramatic. Oh, we don't know if he got hit. I mean, there's possibility you could get hit in the leg or your ass, or and then hit a main artery and you could die. You could bleed out from it. But he got hit in his little toe and his ass cheeks, and they were making such a big deal. But this man is possibly dead. But this crime scene looks dead just like it. The fuck? And you worried about me? That's why. Let me shut up. Why don't you call the commissioner here, because I can cuss them out.
Command you with state body police. Maybe check the area and find nothing. Check the response district. 117 Garfield.
I just want him to say
Nez. Just say Nez. Nez, yeah. It's okay. You get used to me. Yeah. Sooner or later.
Yeah, no, I've been seeing. I definitely recognize you.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure I got your name down too.
Yeah, I don't go to all of them. I go to quite a few of them though. This one just happened to.
I mean, it seems like when it's important to the community.
Yeah,
here, so.
exactly. I try to report what I see, basically.
Yeah. No, I've been up here for coming up on like 2 years now.
Uh-huh.
I was down in Providence before that, and I definitely, from like day one, like at the big community scenes I've seen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of people want me to do more. So I'm gonna try to do as much as I can.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, only so much you can get to.
Exactly. But the most important ones, if you can get to those ones. This is. Hold on.
The damn driver.
So I have
all the commissioners' drivers. I have a problem.
I haven't got a
They're
chance
all
to.
liars and bitches.
I haven't got a chance to
Liars
talk to
and bitches.
Zezito depina.
Liars.
And
They're
maybe-
all lying. They all be lying. They be writing false reports. And Craig Jones was high on the job. He was clearly high as fuck. Like if you look at his eyes, he was high. I think he'd be sniffing cocaine.
Uh-oh.
Allegedly. Allegedly,
So
I feel like he drank. My opinion is
Zezito, for the people that don't know, tell them what's going on. Tell them the incident took place and
there's so many incidents.
the last one.
Where they arrested me,
Exactly.
or the police shooting
No,
where it all started from?
No, the last incident.
Okay. So it was a police shooting 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Craig Jones was mad because I called Commissioner Cox a cocksucker.
Okay.
He came and he did a chest bump like he was playing football with me. And then I started cussing him out, and I kept asking him for his badge number and stuff, and he wouldn't give it to me. Then I had to ask the commissioner to make him give me the badge number, and he still wasn't trying to give it to me. Then he finally gave it to me, and I got a picture of him looking really high.
Okay.
And then I went to a meeting at the Bruce Boland building, which is the Fernan building, because I really don't like to refer to it as the Bruce Boland.
I know you're talking about, yeah.
I call it as the Fernan building where it was. And there was a meeting there, and I wore my chicken suit out, rooster suit outside, and then I took it off and I went inside and was peaceful, asked my questions peacefully, and it was referring to police accountability.
Okay.
And I was asking the commissioner what he's going to do about police accountability, and what is he going to do about people like Craig Jones. And I turned around and I pointed to Craig Jones when they assault people and they put their hands on people and they refuse to give their badge number and they threaten civilians, and they do it in the face of the commissioner and the mayor. And so what are you going to do about it? And so he got pissed off. So then Curleen is the other girl's name. So I'm sitting there. Everything was quiet. The commissioner was getting an interview with Channel 5, and I was just far away as from him, which is about maybe 4 feet.
4 feet, okay.
And behind him with my arms just crossed like this, just being quiet. Somebody came and pulled me by my shirt to pull away from the camera, and I said, I'm not doing anything, so don't pull my shirt. Curleen came and got in my face like this, and I told her, can you get out of my face?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I'm not getting out your face. And I said, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. And when I said, bitch, get the fuck out of my face, Craig Jones came running all the way from the other across the side of the room talking about, he's out of here, he's got to go, he's out of here, he's out of here.
Now who's Craig Jones?
Craig Jones is a police officer who drives the commissioner.
Okay.
He's on my page. If you go on Joe Depina Zezito Rodriguez, you will see the video of that day, and you'll see what Craig Jones looks like. I mean, I've been plastering him all over my page.
And is he that tall guy?
He's a tall, skinny,
Okay,
looking like a giraffe.
I know you're talking
with a
about.
little
Yeah.
hunchback like this.
Gotcha.
And so he started grabbing me by my arm, and like basically getting physical with me. And I told him, stop touching me, don't touch me, I ain't do nothing, don't touch me, get away from me. And then as the other officers came and from the sides of me, like grabbing me from the sides, and one of their cameras fell off. They grabbed me from the side and they was escorting me out the door. And I was walking with them because I know them. And so I was walking with them and we're talking as we're walking, and Craig Jones comes up and he's like, arrest him, lock him up. And what did they do? They turned around, locked me up, and charged me with disturbing the peace. And then later on, I was arraigned and booked. I was booked under disturbing the peace. They went and added resisting arrest just to make it bigger, so that way they can, push up the charges. And then they wrote a report, but the report is bullshit because you can't disturb a Boston police's peace.
That's correct.
You can never disturb the police's peace. And if I was disturbing the place, that means somebody in the building would have to say, "Hey, calm down. You're disrupting the place." None of that ever took place. So I was wrongfully arrested again. So the Boston police are getting ready to have another lawsuit, and they love me. And so I'm like a lawsuit magnet because that's a wrongful arrest.
That's what it sounds like from what I'm hearing. Yeah.
So now it's a wrongful arrest, and it's also retaliation because I filed a report against him that prior Monday.
Now all this could be avoided if the police commissioner would sit down and talk to you.
Yep. All I asked him to do was sit and talk from the beginning when he got in.
Okay, so
what he does is I'm blackmailed. They
blackball you.
They blackball me and they put me in a box like don't, and they warn certain city officials like not to deal with me in certain manners. And so when I figure out that they're purposely avoiding me, I attack them like this, like with my voice and with my knowledge, and I use my platform to basically put them on the spot and make them do what we gotta have them do.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But
you have people that come on my page, they're annoyed because I'm doing it. They don't understand why I'm doing it. And then you have people that are worried about my voice and my sexuality and everything else, when the fact of the matter is I'm holding Boston police accountable for their bad behaviors, for their negligent behaviors, and for not solving crimes. Like this one, look at them, they're all standing around. They're probably talking about how they're going to go jerk each other off later.
Wow.
I mean,
so all he got to do is
let's have a conversation.
Sit down and talk to you.
Yeah.
And I know what you're talking about because there's a lot of politicians out there that I try to reach out to and they refuse to return your phone call.
No, most of the politicians are smart. I can tell you I have a great relationship with Tanya Fernandez Anderson. I have a great relationship with Erin Murphy. I have a great relationship with
Julia Mejia.
I have a great relationship with Julia. I have a great relationship with Ryan Morrell. I don't have no problem with Michael Flaherty. I don't have no problem with Ed Flynn. I don't have no problem with Frank Baker. I actually love Frank Baker because he's outspoken like myself.
Okay.
Some people consider him racist, whatever. Do right, maybe he won't have his opinions like I have mine.
Right.
But it is what it is. And then they always try to, in the council, they always try to belittle him. So that's what makes me like him even more, because he stands his ground. And anyone that stands their ground and don't shut the fuck up is my type of guy.
Okay. And that's you need people to voice their opinions. There's nothing wrong with voicing your opinion.
They, them, she, he, they're all my friends. If you stand up and speak up. I'm tired of people that are in our community that don't speak up. We sit here and I'll come and I'll fight, and they don't understand me coming out here fighting and me standing up for certain things. Things change.
Okay.
Those little things that change, you don't realize them, but those little things do big things in the long run.
Right. That's true.
And like when I fight about the police department, a lot of police know that I'm not against them at all. Like I fight about them being ordered to work. I fight about them, not being able to speak up, not being able to have a life. And they're subjected to the Boston Police Department and the city of Boston, and they can't speak up and they can't fight for their rights.
That's true.
And they're ordered to work all these double shifts. If they have a wedding to go to, if they have a child's birthday party or family event or anything, and they order to order 16 hours. How are they gonna go to work?
Right.
And then they have to go do those 16 hours, go home, sleep, and then come right back. So no. So I fully stand with the police to a level, to a degree. What I don't support is their bad behaviors, like this sergeant or whatever, detective, whatever he is.
Which one is
when no
that?
one is bothering the crime scene, everything's peaceful, and he has a problem because I'm in the street because he's there. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of shit that pisses me off because there's laws, rules, and regulations. I watch you walk civilians through the crime scene because they got to get home, like that old lady. And I'm not trying to
Right.
hate, but if you're gonna go by the books, let's go by the books. Nobody should be on the crime scene. It was just like when Officer Francis, when his brother got shot and he threatened to punch me in my motherfucking face on camera. You know, he shouldn't have been on the crime scene. He was not on duty. And so that he cannot be legally on the crime scene because even though you're a police officer,
Well, he's off duty.
yeah, he was off duty.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So when I got there, I didn't know he was a off-duty officer. He's dressed in plain clothes.
Gotcha.
And he's getting in my face talking about he's going to punch me in my motherfucking face. And I'm asking him, who are you? Are you the police? Now, because he kept failing to identify himself, had I hit him, they would have charged me for assault, battery on a police officer and all this
Correct.
other shit, right? But that's what he
Yeah.
was trying to antagonize.
Right.
But I'm not stupid.
Right.
But he kept threatening to punch me in my motherfucking face. And then when I went and filed a report, Eddie Crispin, who's another cocksucker, being another Negro that's just a house Negro. That's what I want to call Eddie Crispin. He's a house Haitian Negro.
Okay.
And you know them, some of them will go with the white people before they go with their own colored people. Because some of them think that they're white. Okay?
Gotcha.
Just like some Cape Verdeans think they're white, some Dominicans think they're white, you know, some Puerto Ricans think
Some
they're
blacks
white.
think they're white too.
You know, some Africans think that, you know, they're better than you. So it is what it is. The truth is the truth.
Right.
And I'm a truth reader. I don't care. I'm going to tell the truth. And I think the city is going downhill, and it's going downhill really fast because of the administration that's in place. You have a lot of these young kids that don't know what they're doing, don't know how to communicate. They just ignore people, and they feel like putting people on block on their phone is the best way to go. But you can't block me, honey. I have fake numbers I'll call you from. I will go to your doorstep. I will go to your house and ring your doorbell.
All right.
You're a city official.
Yeah, and it
We're
should be.
paying you.
Yeah.
My tax dollars. I own a business. I had to pay taxes every year. I had to go write a check any day whenever I feel like writing this check to the IRS. I got to write a check. And it's not a small check.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I pay my taxes, and as a hardworking person, that I got to get up and run my business and make my money and hustle and struggle. And I got to pay taxes for these motherfuckers to come do their job. Then I expect them to treat us just like they treated the Boston police officer 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Because this crime scene is too lackadaisy. Everybody is sitting around, and it doesn't seem like, you know, that's how they do a crime scene. But anyways, that's how I feel, and that's the truth, and those are the real deal.
I figure I let the people know, and this is going to be just as he said it, no cutting, no editing, as is. And
I got a mosquito.
I figure I let you know what
bites on my arm.
Zezito Depina is going through, and you can find a lot more of his stuff. What can
And I'm the same guy that Rachel Rollins falsely prosecuted, and then I kept telling everybody about Rachel Rollins and how she is, and everybody kept saying, "Oh, that black man is so abusive to black women. He's so disrespectful to black women. He's so disrespectful to black women." But now the bitch unproved it. She unproved us all. She done proved me right. Because she done went and did exactly everything I said she was going to do. And this is what I keep saying about these people. They all do dirt. And when Joe calls them out, I'm the bad guy. They label me mentally ill. They think that I should be in a mental hospital, that I should be sedated on some drugs because I open my mouth and I hold them accountable. They hate anybody that holds anybody accountable. They automatically label you crazy so everybody can not talk to you. Everybody can put you, like some of my followers even label me crazy and like, oh, he's crazy, but they still come and watch. They still come and get the information that they want, right? But I'm crazy.
Wow, interesting.
Only a crazy person is going to get out of their bed and come hold police accountable and come record and let people know what's going on in their community. Just the crazy people do it. Because all regular people that don't care and just want to go work for the Caucasian men for pennies on a dollar while the Caucasian men are going in submarines and paying $250,000 to go die, you know, that's different.
That's a big problem. You got money to spend on that, but don't get money to fix up a community.
They never have money to fix the community. The whole point is the whole goal of this, and I tell everybody all the time. The poor communities in any city are the communities that stabilize all the rich communities.
Mm.
The poor community is the community that stabilizes the whole state. Because we got to get all the federal funding. The better your state is, the more money you get for policing, the more money you get for this. And if they start lowering crime, we don't need special units.
That's true.
There's some towns in our state that literally have just a police captain and maybe one officer.
Mm. And that's true. There's actually, yeah,
Or they might have one officer for each shift, or maybe two. Their roster may be like just 10 people,
it's very possible.
just enough to cover the week.
And I heard of towns like that. That towns you don't hear about, but there are towns like that.
Yeah,
That's true.
there's those little towns that have a few hundred, 500, 600 people in it.
Right, and no crime. The crime is very low.
The most crime that might happen is Billy Joe's son took a fucking pill or something and some drugs and running down the street.
And that's very important. So the more crime, the more funding. That's usually how it works.
But we the Negroes keep giving them more funding, and that's why they treat us the same way that they treat us, and that's why they don't care, because that way more money could keep rolling in. You think all them cocksucking detectives over there ain't gonna sit here and work on this case for hours and hours and hours and clock it all in? Come on, overtime pay. Put them all on the salary and see what happens.
21, you canceling about.
So I figure I'll let you know what. Now, how do you want to refer to it? Joel Depina or Zezito Depina?
I'm Joe Depina, Zezito Depina. Some people call me, Mia Walsh calls me JoJo.
Okay.
You know.
I call you Zezito.
Zezito, people call me Zezito. I go by any respectable name.
Okay, cool.
You could even call me an asshole. I might even
we won't do that. That'd be kind of disrespectful to do something like that. Even though we all could be assholes at some point in time. So we're over here at Oakley Street and Geneva Ave, where there's a crime scene. It looks like a fatal. We're not sure. We haven't confirmed that yet, but we do know that it's
Allen last spoke to him around 8 p.m. They're not sure if this is the actual address for him, but that's what they have on file for him.
So just giving you guys some footage out here.
And then you got people like David, who works for Michelle Wu, that put us all on a list. They added me to a fucking terrorist list.
Who, David? David who?
Yeah, they added me to this list. Like, we don't know what they're doing with that list, but we feel like they have us like as a terrorist list of Boston. Like, we're gonna be the protesters. We're gonna be the ones to give them a hard time. And then the motherfucker didn't even know how to spell my name right.
So David put you on a terrorist list.
Yeah. On the list of, like, I guess, a terrorist of Boston, like people that are going to terrorize.
So what were you terrorizing though? Was anything he?
Because accountability is terrorism.
I wonder if I'm on that list.
It's just like those people that, like, I've become friends with all of them. The ones that have been protesting Michelle Wu. Those are good people. All of them they're all good people.
Right.
Like, I've really met them all and have conversations.
I met them too. Yeah.
They're not mentally ill.
Right.
They just have their own beliefs in the way that they want to live their life. They don't want vaccines in their body. They don't want to be told that, certain things they can and can't do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like they said, my body, my choice. My body, my choice too.
Right.
I'm not vaccinated. I've never got that shit.
Yeah, I don't believe in that either. Like, there's no need for...
A lot more black people didn't get vaccinated. And that's why they kept trying to shove it down our throat, because black people was like, no, we're not going to get that shit.
Right.
And they kept trying to get all these groups to come and get us because we didn't want it. We ain't stupid. The black race ain't stupid. We're very smart people.
Right. Well, why would you want to get something that's free that originally cost you $125?
Why would I want to get something that you already had made before the shit came out?
How about that? Yeah. And there's a lot more to it. I'm not going to say all the details behind it because YouTube won't publish this video, but there's a lot more to it than that.
This man will not turn his face for nothing in the world.
Is that the guy that you're talking about with the...
That's definitely him, though. Right, Leslie? Isn't that him?
So we're trying to... He said... Is this the guy that we're looking at right here with his back to us?
Because a regular DA just doesn't come out and cover a scene. Like, it's usually Kevin Hayden and like somebody directly from their like up in the office, not one that be working in the
So this is a pretty intense crime scene where Boston police responded to multiple shots fired on Oakley Street. I'm not too sure if they found a firearm or not, but that may come up down the line. Nobody's going to tell us that right now anyway. Allegedly, they might have found a firearm. We're not sure.
I didn't really hear all of that because I got a phone call as I was trying to listen.
All right,
Yeah.
let me know when there's anyone that's able to break off. I have a couple calls for disturbance, 624 Galvin Boulevard, for a large group of kids
Okay, I think this
smashing
crime scene is
bottles,
done for me.
possibly a fight happening.
Gallivan Boulevard.
Other things to do. I said, matter of fact, I'm gonna go get me some Chinese food.
Gal-
Lima 22, said you're available
I was gonna make me a little quick burger.
Yes, you can send it down.
Now just go grab me some
All right.
Chinese chicken.
Bravo 4,
Yeah,
notify
excuse
the
me,
state
DA's
police.
office, sir.
He said
Sir,
notify
can I
state.
have your card?
Said
Yeah,
notify,
they're saying there's a large
might have a
group there.
witness for you, so
I'll
can I have your
notify
card?
state as well.
notify state police as well. They're saying.
Can I have your business
And
card?
again, it's behind the muffler man, they're saying.
Return at 714.
So right now they're still conducting an investigation. They may be out for several more hours, but it looks like they're almost wrapping it up. But we'll see.
See, me and Kevin Hayden were in good space, but that like people like him pissed me off because when he came in court and did like, you know that this was bullshit. So
So
All
they're still,
right, state's been notified.
yeah, he's gonna need
Still
a
getting
lawyer.
supplements. They're saying
Because
there's
we wanna
30
proceed.
kids out there.
And the
I'm not
judge
sure
was
if
looking at
someone
him
else
like,
that
really,
can
for
assist us
disturbing the
too.
peace?
30 kids fighting on Gallivan Boulevard, huh?
Yeah.
They said
The
they
judge
still
was
hear
like,
bottles smashing.
And he's like, yeah. You want to proceed?
Fire on.
Oh, thanks.
All right, so that's what we have. If anything else comes up, we'll get back to you. But right now, it's just conducting an investigation here on Geneva Ave and Oakley Street.
5-year-old male.
Look like multiple shots fired. Not too sure the exact number. Maybe
it's a lot.
I
It's a
know
lot of
it's
shots.
quite a few.
I think he got hit more than one time, if I heard right.
Yeah, I'm not too sure of all the
Because
details.
I was listening as the police officer was, like as they were picking him up,
Oh, okay.
and they were saying, you know, but definitely in the head. And I don't think I don't really think if he's making it, it's a very slim chance because the way it sounded.
Wow. All right, guys.
Hey,
Anything
pup,
else
he's a
coming?
quiet pup, huh? How old is he? 18 months?
Wow.
Mine is 2, but he barks too much.
Alarm at 28.
You've seen Duncan. He's always fucking barking. Like as soon as he sees people, he's like,
Too excited, yeah.
he's like talking to, and he talks. Like my neighbor comes, he ran to her, she pet him, and then he started going. I'm like, he's talking to you. You guys just talk to him and pet him, and he. Yeah, I love my dog.
All right, guys. If anything else comes up, we'll get back to you.
Got it.
Hopefully, there's a quiet weekend out here. Catch you guys in the next one.